Hi everybody, I'm Kathleen Byram, and I'm the author of Conversations with Donkey, A Bipolar Journey. What I'd like to talk about tonight is the connection between the Ecky Thump and the Icky Thump. Now you may have heard of Ecky Thump. It's a song by Jack White, and it's about discrimination. Well, maybe I shouldn't say it's about discrimination, but that's the idea. So, what happened was, when I was young, I was looking through the Book of Lists, books that I totally recommend, by the way. And I was reading about unusual ways people died. Well, there was this one guy in there that I remember, and he died because he was watching a show about the Ecky Thump. He laughed himself to death. He laughed for 25 minutes before he finally had a heart attack and died. That was so memorable to me. I always remembered that. And he was watching a show called The Goodies, I think. And the Ecky Thump was these masters of martial art wearing flat caps and fighting people by whipping them with black puddings, a traditional British blood sausage. It was so absurdly funny that the phrase stuck in the cultural ether for decades. So we have this guy who watched this show, I think on the Goodies show, about Ecky Thump, and he died laughing, and his wife wrote to the show and told them thank you for making his last minutes of his life so happy. So, years later, I heard Icky Thump, and I thought, Icky Thump? I think someone has misheard the name and has written Icky Thump instead of Ecky. Well, what happened was I found out it was a song, and I listened to it, and it blew my mind. The Icky Thump by Jack White is a song that is absolutely incredible. If you listen to the words, you need to listen to the words. Karen Elson, she's a supermodel who was married to Jack White at the time, and she happens to be from Greater Manchester. She used to use the phrase Ecky Thump around the house all the time. And that phrase is a polite, slangy way of saying heck, which is a polite way of saying hell. Thump is just thrown in on the end to give the exclamation some extra meat. It's like if something happens and they yell, Ecky Thump, it's the British equivalent of saying, holy cow, good grief, or what the heck. So Karen used the phrase Ecky Thump around the house all the time. Jack loved the sound of it, but he changed the Ecky to Icky because he thought it resonated better with American audiences, and because it perfectly matched the gritty, uncomfortable, icky themes of the song's lyrics. I love this story because it was so hilarious to me, the Ecky Thump. Seeing the guy hit the guy with this thing that was a blood sausage and looked like something else. Knocked him in the head, knocked him over. That was hilarious to me. And then I went and heard Icky Thump, and it was the most fantastic song I'd heard. And the connection between the two, it was just so great that I had to share the story with you. I know it's weird, but I here too. And so I just wanted to tell you about it. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe and comment if you would. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.